Hey, what's up, guys? I'm back here with another video previewing some games for the FIFA World Cup. We've got two games on tap for Friday, June 12th. Right now, at the time of this recording, we've just seen Mexico defeat South Africa 2-0 in the opening game of the World Cup here in 2026. And that cashed our bet of Mexico money line, parlayed with the under 3.5 total goals at odds of -125 for 1.2 units. So a nice start to the program, or a nice start for the program to the FIFA World Cup. We're 1-0. We're up a unit. So it's a good start for us. And then later today, we will see South Korea take on the Czech Republic. And that's going to be a fun match. We've got the draw in that one. If you saw the video we posted in regards to that, we did a preview on the games going on the opening day of the World Cup. You can find that in the channel. Just scroll down a little bit. But yeah, so in that game, we're on the draw. South Korea, Czech Republic draw plus 210 for half a unit. And we'll see how that goes. I feel pretty good about it. We're already up a unit, so even if we lose it, we'll still be in the green for the World Cup going into day two. And so without any further ado, let's get into previewing the games for the second day of this World Cup. It's going to be fun. We're going to see Team USA in action in the nightcap, and then the first game on Friday, June 12th, will be Canada taking on Bosnia Herzegovina. Canada, one of the host nations, will be playing a home game in Toronto at BMO Stadium, and it's going to be rocking there. It's going to be an electric environment. The fans will be behind Canada big time, in a big way. And you know, overall, when you look at this match, it's very, very, very interesting. Canada favored to win on the three-way money line at odds of -125. The draw is somewhere, not sure where the draw is, but I know that that's not really important to me. Canada's favorite at -125 odds. The draw is juicy, and then Bosnia-Herzegovina money line is also juicy. The way I want to attack this is take Bosnia-Herzegovina plus a half a goal. It's also Bosnia-Herzegovina double chance. Both are the same bet. And what that means is we're betting on Bosnia-Herzegovina to get a win or a draw. Basically, we're just betting on Bosnia-Herzegovina to avoid losing the game. And my reasoning for this is quite simple. Bosnia-Herzegovina has only lost 1 out of their last 10 games. Their most recent game was a 1-1 draw against Panama. And Panama is a pretty similar team in terms of quality to Canada. I would say Canada is better than Panama, but they're CONCACAF rivals that do battle all the time. And Panama is competitive with teams like Canada. We saw it. We've seen it time and time again. Bosnia tied against North Macedonia. Not a great result. Bosnia, however, the way they qualified to get into this World Cup was extremely impressive. They had to go through the playoff phases of the World Cup qualifiers. They beat Wales on penalties on the road, and they beat Italy on penalties at home. So, I mean, Italy's a very, very quality side with a lot of world-class players, and Bosnia-Herzegovina was able to get a draw, send it to penalties, and then win on penalties. Wales, a very similar side to Canada in terms of quality. So, and they also tied against Wales on the road in a hostile environment and then ended up winning in penalties. They tied against Austria. Austria, another team that you could compare to Canada. They beat Romania. They beat Malta. They tied against Cyprus. The only loss for Bosnia-Herzegovina in their last 10 games was all the way back on September 9th of 2025 when they lost to Austria 2-1. So they're in pretty good form. They're not losing any games coming into this World Cup. Meanwhile, Canada, they just tied Ireland. It's not a super impressive result for Canada. A tie at home against Ireland is kind of shaky. They did beat Uzbekistan 2-0, but they're expected to beat Uzbekistan. They tied Tunisia 0-0. A 0-0 tie against Tunisia is kind of, it's not very impressive. They tied Iceland 2-2. Not impressive. They beat Guatemala 1-0. Again, not very impressive. I mean, they got the job done, but it's Guatemala. They're a much worse team than Bosnia-Herzegovina is. They beat Venezuela 2-0. Again, Venezuela is just not near the quality of Bosnia-Herzegovina. Canada tied against Ecuador. They tied against Colombia. They lost to Australia, and they beat Wales. So what am I getting at here? Canada isn't winning very often. They've only won 4 out of their last 10 games, and those wins were against Uzbekistan, Guatemala, Venezuela, and Wales. That's not a very strong group of teams. Meanwhile, Bosnia-Herzegovina just got ties against Panama, Italy, Wales, and Austria. I think there's a lot of value in backing Bosnia-Herzegovina here, and I'm going to back them plus a half a goal or on the double chance, both of the same bet, and we're just going to bet on Bosnia-Herzegovina to get a draw here. At least, maybe they can even win the game. I could see Bosnia-Herzegovina pulling up a big upset and getting a win in this spot. Now, these two teams have never faced off against each other, so it's another element of uncertainty. These two teams have never played against each other, so it's going to be interesting. There should be a little feeling out process between the two teams. It'll be interesting to see how that goes. So that's the first bet of the day. Bosnia-Herzegovina plus a half a goal or Bosnia-Herzegovina double chance, odds of plus 106 for 1 unit. And then moving on to the main event, the main course, if you will. Team USA hosts Paraguay at SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles, California. This is going to be a very hot ticket. USA fans have been waiting for this game for a very long time. First home USA World Cup game in over 30 years. This is just such a unique and just rare opportunity to host a World Cup and to have home games in the World Cup, and we cannot let this pass by. This is such a big opportunity for Team USA to go on a little run here. Team USA has been playing well recently. They lost to Germany 2-1. It was a competitive back and forth match. Germany's one of the world superpowers in soccer, as we all know. So a 2-1 loss to them, in which we were very competitive, I think is actually a pretty good result for us. We beat Senegal 3-2. Very impressive win. Team played great in that game. We went up 2-0. Christian Pulisic looked fantastic. This team played great in the last 2 games, as far as I'm concerned. Now, they did have some stutters against Portugal and Belgium, 2 terrible performances back in March, but they've looked a lot better here recently in June. As for Paraguay, they did beat Nicaragua in their last game. They lost to Morocco 2-1. Morocco's a good side, so that's actually not a bad result for Paraguay. It's not terrible. They'd be looking to probably get a draw there at least, but they lost. They beat Greece 1-0. They beat Mexico 2-1, and they lost to Team USA 2-1 back on November 15th of 2025. So the last time these two teams played, a pretty recent meeting within the last year, Team USA came out on top 2-1. And that was a game in which Christian Pulisic, Weston McKennie, Tyler Adams, and a number of the other Team USA starters didn't even play. So it wasn't even our A team, and we still beat them 2-1 in that game less than a year ago. Personally, I think Team USA has a lot more quality. I think the home crowd is going to be euphoric. It's going to be electric. I don't know how to describe it. It's going to be special. It's going to be something special is going to be in the air tomorrow night in SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles. Team USA fans are going to get behind this squad, and this squad's going to be getting ready to go on a historic run in this FIFA World Cup. USA needs to get off to a good start. They cannot afford a draw or a loss here. We need to build momentum into the next rounds of this group stage. A draw here would derail all momentum. It would add a lot of doubt into the Team USA fans, into the Team USA players, and everything that has to do with Team USA. It would add a lot of doubt. A win here inspires a lot of confidence, inspires a lot of positivity, and gets us on the right track. And we should win this game. We're at home, and we're the better side. Team USA money line, minus 105 odds, 1.1 units. Let's go USA. 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 USA! USA! Okay, all right, sorry. But yeah, that's about it. And so those are the 2 plays. So, yeah, I gotta be quiet out here. We're on a golf course. I don't want to be causing too much of a ruckus. But, yeah, there's probably somebody over there putting or something. Who knows? Then you got a guy over here randomly chanting USA. But, anyways, the 2 plays for Friday, June 12th. Bosnia, Herzegovina, double chance. Or Bosnia, Herzegovina plus a half a goal. Both are the same thing. Odds of plus 106 for 1 unit. And then the USA on the money line, minus 105 odds, 1.1 units. We're already 1-0 in this World Cup. We predicted the Mexico game correctly. We picked up a unit in that Mexico game. We await the results for the South Korea and Czech Republic game that will be played later on tonight. And then, of course, we look forward to these 2 games on Friday, June 12th. All right, everybody, thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you guys next time on the channel. Enjoy the games.